Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Brave Paradise. This game is a visual novel where everybody has been summoned to this island for a game show, and they all want to win $100,000. So we've met our cast of people, and now we can find out exactly what they want us to do. So this is a TV show, so there's a camera here. The camera holds its place while panning over the island for a couple of minutes, and then flies back to the crew with a wave of the island master. And cut! We'll take a quick break and then get right back to it. Can someone have Jude review the footage we got really quick? He then turns toward our lineup and quickly scans over the contestants. I cannot thank you all enough for signing up. You have my humble gratitude. You're on the cusp of a great adventure, beautiful scenery, and an experience that will last you a lifetime of thrills. Just thinking about it sends shivers right down my tailbone. What unimaginable courage and beauty will we capture on camera? Wow, that pose. But I see the looks on your faces, the doubt, the worry, and the mystery. So I open the floor and lay bare my knowledge. So what questions might you have? Everyone looks at each other, having an unspoken agreement on all of the questions we have been thinking about for the past month. So what are we doing? Great first question. I've arranged a series of challenges that you will all be competing over for the next 2 weeks. For completing challenges, I'll be awarding you quest medals like these. From out of the coat pocket, Vladimir pulls out a shiny metal coin with a star emblem on the front of the coin. It resembles an old arcade coin. The brave individual with the most glory medals wins the contest. Okay, so what kinds of things should we expect from the challenges? Well, a variety of tasks really. You will all be attempting your first group challenge momentarily. But I can wholeheartedly assure you that you will be able to find something that best suits your personal strengths. Oh, a group challenge. So are we all going to work together, or are we going to be facing off head to head? You will all be competing for your own benefit, and may the last man standing reign supreme. The winner will get a head start on quest medals. I'm still confused, but I'm also curious. The advertisement was surprisingly vague. Was there a purpose in that? I wanted to make sure the people weren't preparing in advance. You'd be surprised how many schemes contestants formulate. But coming to a game show with a bit of a dangerous concept does sound like something we should be preparing in advance for. On the contrary, I would imagine that things will be far more exciting this way, like a newborn avian spreading its wings for the first time. To take flight, one must take new risks. You must take danger, your dance partner. It's the adrenaline-filled tango that our audience seeks. But if you feel uncomfortable with the prospect, I'm more than happy to arrange your departure. So we're free to leave if we want. Of course, but we're filming and every shot matters, from the moment you arrive to the moment victory is seized. So if you're uncomfortable and wish to leave, please speak up now and I'll make the arrangements. An air of unease fills the lineup as each person briefly contemplates forfeiting. I can see it, you all wear your hearts on your sleeves. You're at odds with your desires, safety and responsibilities. Fear not, my dear adventurers, I have the utmost faith in your abilities, hence why I selected you after all the background checks. So I'm kind of suspicious he didn't actually say that it's not going to be dangerous. There's a pause in the conversation, no one speaks up. For one reason or another, you all need the prize money. You all need this chance. I'm assuming there are cameras all over the island to make sure we complete the challenges? Yeah, considering that this is also a survival show, we will be unable to follow you directly while you work. It ruins the atmosphere, you know. When you say survival, what does that mean? Well, that plays into the theme really. Adventurers of the past, as you well know, were more akin to travelling mercenaries. Most adventurers travelled so often that they did not have permanent homes and formed caravans, so when they're not staying in towns, they had to fend on their own. You may consider all of your fellow contestants as part of a big caravan. Despite the competition, they will be your lifeline for support. We will supply you with the necessary tools that one may need to create your own campsite within reason. Vladimir calls over a staff member who seems to be carrying a large lantern with a small glowing crystal in the middle of it and a large rolled fabric. You will each be given a mana-powered lantern and a sleeping bag to help you through the night. However, you will need to spend your own time collecting food, supplies and water. There's bountiful collection of fruits and multitude of fresh water sources throughout the island. You will also be receiving a flask to retain your water. In fact, tonight we'll have a little feast in your honour, so you can get a sample of the cuisines you can harvest while you're here. Nice. Oh yeah, feast. Okay, so going back to the contest, I'm assuming that all viables are fair game? Yeah, viable spells will be legal in any space of the island. Fanatic spells are still illegal, as they are on the mainland. You notice a subtle discomfort from Rex as he shifts his balance. while on the other hand, Barry hunches over, nearly folding himself in half. Is it okay if I can't cast? You can't cast? You mean, like, not at all? So yeah, people do magic in this game. No. I mean, fireballs are just convenient. I doubt they're actually going to do us much good anyway. Indeed, you've got no worries. There will be plenty of quests that will require no casting at all, including the group challenges. So, okay, so what's the group challenge? Well, if there are no more questions, we can get started right away. Just as Vladimir turns to the group, Hector steps forward, with his fists clenched. We still didn't get a solid answer. Are we going to be any real danger here? Who's going to take responsibility if any of us gets hurt? Vladimir turns around without hesitation and a bright smile. I will take responsibility, of course, but as they say, no pain, no gain, right? If we all follow the rules, no one's going to get hurt. Severely. Speaking of the rules, my goodness, I haven't covered them yet, have I? Vladimir puts his hand behind his back and straightens his posture to help define the importance of his next words. 1. You may not harm any other staff members or contestants. Injuring another contestant will result in the loss of quest medals. Severe injuries will result in disqualifications and legal ramifications. 2. You can hold one quest at a time, and it must be finished or cancelled before you can accept a new one. 3. Only 2 people may sign up for the same quest. You may either work together and receive the rewards together, or compete for the prize. 4. Group challenges are mandatory and all contestants must participate. Failure to participate will lead to disqualification. 5. Have fun. Vladimir winks at the rule. While the sentiment was appreciated, considering the position you're in, it comes off as sarcastic instead of a nice gesture. I trust that you'll all follow the rules, correct? Hector nods and moves back to his place in line, his hand still clenched as he looks down at the ground solemnly. But having the rules slightly puts you at ease. We all agreed to be here, no matter the contest or circumstances. There's another pause of silence. The biggest questions in your mind had been answered, but you're still not satisfied. All that was left was to get started. How else could you know what to ask without participating first? So, if there's no more questions, why don't we head over to the first group challenge? We want it to look like you all got started as soon as you arrived. After the group challenge, I'll introduce you all to the staff, and you'll have some time to explore the island before the feast. Are you ready to dive into your first quest? You nod with a little excitement fluttering in your chest, and Vladimir begins to lead the group down to the beach. Got no idea what to expect. Cameras managed by staff members fly around you, collecting aerial footage of your line walking down the beach. Not too far down the shore where you landed was a large inflatable raft that you're surprised you didn't notice earlier. Are we going to get wet? I don't want to get my shoes soaked. Your clothes are part of your identity. You can't just strip off who you are. Oh, I get it, I totally do. Clothes make the person. Indeed, these are your signature outfits. Imagine the future cosplays. Wow, the cosplays. Everyone else, all the big groans, these two never should have met. But you can lose the shoes if you want. If you want to stay dry, just simply win. Everyone with shoes decides to take them off. With the aid of staff members, the contestants climb aboard the large inflatable raft before it's slowly pushed out. Barry needs some extra assistance getting onto the raft without popping it because he's got them spiky claws. Intentionally, alright. Vladimir and crew members hop in a sizable boat that tows the raft out to sea. You dip your hand over the side of the raft and feel the clean, clear water flowing through your fingers as you drift further down the beach. The boat starts to slow down as you move past the waves of the shore and the rocking of the raft begins to settle down. Bryce helps the staff detach the rope from the raft and the boat begins to circle around to the side. Everyone begins to stand up, heading over to the side of the raft while Vladimir adjusts the volume on his Magimic. Welcome adventurers to your first ever group challenge on Brave Paradise. A sailor on the boat holds up a sign with the words "Clap Now and Cheer" written in marker. You didn't think shows actually did that. On cue, we all clap and cheer at varying levels of enthusiasm. You give your best slow clap. For your first challenge, your goal is to be the last one standing on the raft. You will be allowed to push and pull, as well as use any fireballs of your choice. The last one on the raft will receive a whopping 5 glory medals. That's a significant head start toward victory. Please form a circle on the raft, keeping a 6-foot safe distance from the person standing at both of your sides. Cameras begin to fly out from the boat and surround the raft as your heart and mind begin to rapidly race. Okay, let's review what I already know. What can I use to my advantage here? The 3 people I should be avoiding most are Hector, Rex and Bryce. I'm no match against them in a battle of strength, and that would be fairly stupid. I'm not so sure about Aaron. He's got more muscle on him than I do, but he seems unpredictable. If anything, I could probably outsmart him. I don't know anything about Dorian, but he will probably be an even match, strength-wise. It might even be possible to form some kind of truce with him for a while. Barry has a natural weapon with his claws, but he's not in the greatest of shape. I wonder if I'll be able to pick him up. Though your mind seems to be accelerating without stop, you're out of time as you reach the other side of the raft next to Ken and Aaron. Was Ken even someone I needed to be worried about? Think. What possible viables would help me now? You begin to go over all of the different viables you know by heart that could potentially be used safely and defensively. A viable for conducting enough electricity to charge a phone might throw someone off their guard, but maybe I should be careful with that out at sea. A lighter viable might be dangerous in case someone's fur gets set on fire, intimidating but more likely to get me in trouble than save me. Another blow dryer viable that I could possibly use to blur someone's vision momentarily, but little wind isn't going to stop me from getting suplexed. You rustle through your hair as you rack your brain for anything else you know that could possibly help you, but viables are legal for a very obvious reason. You can't hurt anyone with them. They exist to make everyday life slightly easier. Ken is most likely to be my best ally here. I'm sure that I could convince him to tag team. You stop your sentence short. But didn't he say he was going to kick my ass first? No, even if he wanted to, he's too small. I practically tower over him. But he does say that, isn't he like powerful at magic? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, he's got tricks up his sleeve. Vladimir said everyone here was selected based on ability. Actually, knowing that he's one of the smallest in the competition, I wouldn't put it past him to go wild to some degree. I might be doing myself a favour by taking him out early, right? Worry of your next potential actions, you tend to make sure that you won't be bothered by Aaron from your other side. However, when you turn to look at Aaron, he just seems to be winking at you. Okay. He turns back toward the centre of the circle without giving any more gestures. You aren't really sure what to make of it. If everyone's ready, we can begin the first group challenge. Reluctantly, you crouch down and get ready to make your first move. Aaron won't be able to catch me if I head in Ken's direction. I can probably reach him before he recites anything. No, I've got to get to him first if I want to stay in. You lock glances with Ken. He seems to have a fixation on you as well. I wish you the best of luck. We're beginning in 3, 2. Ken quickly nods and smirks in your direction. 1. You tense up and bend your knees like a spring. Begin. Although you are facing forward, you immediately shift directions toward Ken and lunge forward with the momentum that sends you flying. Stomping your right foot on the mesh surface as hard as you can, you use that momentum to pivot your left leg swiftly around your body like a whip. Oh wow, you just kick the guy. Your foot connects with Ken's pillowy stomach. As you watch, your foot sends ripples across his belly in slow motion. That's harsh, man. His feet lift off the ground as you punt him surprising distance from the raft. Emilio is the first to make his move as he sends Ken flying off the raft by delivering a swift, decisive kick. That's it. We sent him flying. That's kinda harsh. The sound of a boxing bell echoes just as Ken plummets into the water with a cannonball-like splash. Seconds later, he emerges from the water while he scrambles to find his glasses floating nearby. Emilio, what the hell was that? Ken flounders in the water, collecting his breath as the boat sails by to get him out of the water. Don't play dumb. I saw the look you gave me. I was gonna make a truce with you, dude? Oh, like I believed that. That's why I was nodding at you, fool. Nodding. You could have... The tiny chinchilla nodding at you saying, I'm gonna getcha. Yeah? I don't know, you kicked me earlier. Consider it, payback. Maybe you took it a bit too far. We just punted this guy clear of the boat. Vladimir reaches into the ocean and pulls him out of the water. A staff member provides the shaking rodent with a sizable towel. I mean, to be fair, you did say you're gonna kick my ass earlier. And I'm still gonna when you get off that raft. Ah man. You turn back toward the group and find everyone staring at you. Barry and Bryce are quietly laughing, while Rex seems to be staring in disbelief, with his jaw hanging open. Hector assumes a wrestling stance while shooting dirty looks in your direction, and Dorian seems simply unfazed as if nothing happened. You look toward Aaron, the closest person to you now, and he looks at you with an air of disbelief. For the record, that's why I winked at you. Oh. You mean a truce? Yeah. Oh. That kick was awesome though. Thanks. Sure. Should we... I mean, we can, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we totally could. Only if you're cool with it, are you? I mean, I'm cool with it if you're cool with it. Cool, so, Should we get closer? I mean, yeah, I guess. Edging up. There's an incredibly awkward pause before you start making baby steps to get closer. Edging up. Aaron notices you, stepping slightly closer and mimics your uncomfortable shifting. It's obvious that there's still distrust lingering after that kick, but at this point, you'll take what you can get. Okay. You both stand near each other at an uncomfortable distance as you wait for everybody else to make their move. There's a few moments of pause as Bryce jogs in place and Barry clacks his claws together. Suddenly, Bryce turns toward Rex and crouches down further. Well, no point in standing around. Come on, Rex. Let's see what those muscles are all about. Rex turns toward him with a defensive stance as Bryce bulldozes forward like a tank. Bam! Their palms slap together as they meet head to head and push their weights on each other. Wow. Our two biggest combatants have locked themselves into a fierce wrestling match. I'm impressed. You're thick as steel, mate. Get off of me. What's going to happen when these two forces of nature collide? Rex tries to get rid of their interlocking grip by throwing their hands down toward their left side and leaning their weight toward the edge of the raft. You're not getting rid of me that easy. Bryce manages to throw off his balance and stumbles with Rex toward the centre. Bryce then catches his footing and tries pushing in the other direction. While in the midst of tripping, Rex manages to break free of Bryce's grip with a shift of balance and with a large clasp motion wraps his arms around Bryce. Here we go. With an impressive effort, he begins to lift Bryce inches off the ground and starts to lean his way toward the edge of the raft. Wow, how are you doing that? Bryce struggles to break free while the gator takes slow, steady steps toward the ocean. In that moment, a tiny clacking set of footsteps reveal a tiny brown blur running toward Rex. That's it. Barry extends out an index claw over Rex's lower back, poking in between his scales with precision. Oh, ow. With a combination of shock and force, Barry successfully knocks Rex off balance, who proceeds to plummet downward off the edge of the raft while still tightly holding on to Bryce. That was a cheap shot, man. The impact of their bodies crashing into the sea creates a tidal wave that rocks the entire raft and sweeps Barry onto the centre of the stage. Barry shakes the water off him and wipes his goggles before throwing his hands up in victory. Yeah, did it! Bye, feathers! The bell rings twice as Bryce's head emerges from the water, laughing, and Rex bubbles to the surface, poking the top of his head out. What an incredible risk, as Barry manages to use his claws to efficiently knock our biggest competitors over with the element of surprise. Without a moment of hesitation, Hector grabs one of Barry's uplifted arms with both hands. What? With a surprising amount of force, Hector lifts Barry off the ground, spinning him around like a hammer throw spectacle. After a few seconds of spinning, Hector finally lets go with a grand toss of the mole into the sky before eventually Barry crashes down into the ocean down below. That's it, got rid of him nice and quick. The bell rings once again, with the sound becoming uncomfortably familiar given how 3 competitors were knocked out in less than a minute. Hector follows up on the element of surprise and sends Barry flying out of the stage. It's the home run. With 4 left remaining, it's anyone's game. Barry's head pops out of the ocean in the distance, spraying a fountain of water from his mouth. Okay, we're still turned up. You can feel Aaron bump shoulders with yours as he leans in closer to fortify your partnership. With the competition narrowing in numbers, his touch comes as discomfort as opposed to relief. How much longer could you trust him before you'd eventually turn on each other? No one moves. A full minute painstakingly ticks by as everyone catches glances at one another. You prepare a casting stance, deciding that your next move would incorporate that blow-dryer viable you were considering earlier. To everyone's surprise, Dorian, who'd been a wallflower up till this point, begins dashing toward the centre of your group. While Aaron tenses to brace for impact, you have slightly different ideas. You quietly recite your incantation with your outward palm facing Dorian, your fingers forming a cone shape. Okay, we're going to chant this, so that is our magic spell. Bam, right in the face. As you finish the clause, you use your other hand to push Aaron off to the side, creating a small opening between the two of you. A small blast of heated air shoots into Dorian's face, causing him to turn his head away from you and close his eyes. The idea was that he should have run straight through the both of you and into the ocean while blinded. But he leans his full weight in your direction despite the wind causing a collision as you are sidestepping away. He wraps both of his arms around your waist, securing your face to become intertwined. You're helpless as he drags you with him right over the edge of the raft and into the icy cold depths. A shiver runs through your entire being as your body adjusts to the temperature of the ocean. The air current flowing from your palm ceases when you make a fist, as you have defined the function. Okay, we are out. You're reluctant to swim back up immediately after hearing the bell of defeat, but eventually you have to surface. You take a deep breath of fresh air as you break through the surface tension and shake out your damp tuft of hair. Damn, that sucks, dude. Tough luck. Dorian, who had already surfaced just a moment ago, smiles and lightly laughs. Sorry, that was really tactless of me, but it worked out well, I suppose. Man, you call falling in fourth working out well. Yeah, I do. No need to stand out for just a small head start reward. No wonder he was being so reckless. He had no intention of trying to win in the first place. That's not a good enough reason to throw. Something was off. Dorian, your glasses, where are they? Oh, did they sink? Can you help me look? Oh, okay, let me dive down real quick. Okay, you dive down toward the sea floor to give yourself a moment to think. There's something I want to check. Since the raft had not pulled out very far into the clear ocean, you easily spot his glasses resting at the bottom. As you pick them up, you bring them closer to your eyes for a moment. It's as you thought. They're fake. My suspicions were right. He is some kind of hipster. You probably should have dressed a little nicer as well, but sweatpants are just too damn comfy, but not great for swimming, so you return to Dorian above water. You resurface next to the edge of the boat and grab onto the ladder leading to the deck. Did you find him? Yeah, I got him. Oh, ready to go deep sea diving? What? Took a hit. Before you know it, Ken leaps off the boat, clotheslining you right off the ladder, tumbling you back into the depths with Ken. While you don't sink down very far, you gasp for air upon surfacing, as the hit to the neck really caught you off guard. Dude, I was trying to give him back his glasses. From behind, a small splash of water hits the back of your neck, followed by a snarky laugh. You knew you had it coming. Now get the taste of my salty wrath. More small splashes follow as you cover your face. You can't help but laugh at how ridiculous it all is. You splash him back several times, and reassuringly, he laughs as well. Okay, so can I get my glasses back, please? Yeah, I got them. Rex reaches a hand over the edge of the deck, and with little effort pulls you back into the boat by the scruff of your neck. You hand Dorian back his glasses, and check a second time while he cleans them with his towel. Definitely not squinting. Bryce then reaches over and grabs Ken out of the water by his collar. Ken shadow boxes at you while hanging from Bryce's hand. You want to catch these splashing hands? Come here, I ain't done. Bryce smirks and slowly brings him in your direction as you laugh at the doll-sized man swinging his arms wildly. Okay, let's just put him back in the water. I think he needs to cool down. No, let me at him. Wow, he does look like a puppy hanging over the water. You think he'll swim like this? Ken's flailing slowly comes to a halt as he tires him out from swinging and swimming. You guys are no fun. Bryce puts him down gently on the deck of the boat. Rex hands us both towels as we sit down on the deck next to everybody else. Really though, that was a head of a kick. You're lucky you didn't seriously hurt him. You should try it sometime. It's like kicking the softest marshmallow. You let out a dreamy sigh, which makes Berry giggle. First of all, rude. Secondly, he did hurt me. He hurt my heart. My poor little baby. Did my awesome spin kit hurt your feelings? My feelings are broken. Perish. Let me make your boo-boo feel better. No, get the hell away from me. You reach over and violently tickle his tummy, causing him to yell out and tear up from laughing. Okay, so for people who've literally just met, they are getting on super well. A swift smack on your heads brings you both back to your senses as Vladimir quietly reminds you that they're still filming. Okay, final two. Still on the raft is Aaron, doing some kind of strange dance while trying to avoid Hector, who's chasing him in circles. Yeah, I call this the Dance of 1,000 Sea Dragons. As Aaron spins around wildly, a small stream of water seems to be flowing from his hand, most likely a drinking fountain viable. You better watch your step as the terrain gets slippier and slippier. Surely enough, the bison staggers as his feet slide around the raft, but he holds his ground. Wow, this is stupid. Call it what you want, I still see you slide in. The prancing tiger continues to spin faster and faster, rhythmically spraying water on the bison's face so he can't see. As many times as Hector wipes his face, a new sprinkle of water blinds him again. Shit, I can't see, but I can still hear you. Bam! Hector puts his head down and charges toward Aaron with his horns out. A high-pitched squeak slips out of Aaron's mouth as he's nearly grazed by the rampaging bison. It's only a matter of time before you slip. Without stopping, the bison charges back at him again, but slips and slides under Aaron's feet, knocking them both down. In a panic, Aaron quickly crawls away from him and tries to get up. Out of pure irony, Aaron slips on a puddle himself and comes crashing down, sliding right off the raft. The bison is left speechless as the bell rings one final time. Even Vladimir hesitates before bringing the Magimite to his face. And down goes the last competitor. Hector wins by a water slide. Congratulations. Hector turns toward the boat sheepishly while laying down and then flexes his arms at the camera, trying to look tough. Barry bursts into laughter, almost falling over his chair. Yeah, that was quick. You can say that again. The whole thing felt short, really. It was. I was kind of hoping I'd have lasted longer. Don't even. Barry quits his laughing and turns toward you all with sudden intensity. At least you fellas got to tussle a bit. I got chewed up and spit out like a watermelon seed. Good. My back still hurts from when you stabbed me. Yeah, it's more where that came from. Boy, you need to fold those claws down. Don't call me boy. I'm 25. Barry makes some pokey motions at you and rakes with his sharp claws. You lean away from him, knocking into Bryce's arm, which he then wraps around your shoulder. If we can get a nail file, I bet we can pin him down without it going against the rules. You guys get me? Yeah, I do. Oh, you feel him all right? You nervously laugh as the giant's arms had you in a tight grip against his chest. You were in the ocean only moments ago, yet the smell of sea salt emanating from under his arm makes you feel like you're drowning. Aaron makes his way onto the deck, burying his face in his hands before whimpering. Oh man, that was bad. That was so bad. It was pretty bad, yeah. No, don't say it. Don't reinforce it. It was amazing. You had Barry rolling on the floor. Aaron crouches down and hides his face in his knees. I liked your, dance. That was unique, yeah? Just hearing you say it like that is giving me second-hand cringe. Do it again. Your 1,000-peeing dragons thing. Oh, I'll do it again, okay. The next thing you know, Aaron has Barry in a headlock, giving him a noogie while his fist sprays out water. I call this one the dance of 1,000 sea dragons pissing on a mole. Wow, stop it, I'm sorry. Bryce gets up and tries to pry Aaron off him, while Rex wholeheartedly laughs. And although it felt quick, the first group challenge was over, just like that. Okay, so that was a little bit of a mini game. Everybody kind of fought on the boat, and there was a winner. Hector won the thing. So I guess we'll find out more in the next episode. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.